So trouble was bad. I knew that, well, since I won immunity, that one of my allies would be targeted, and now my closest ally is gone. I have an idol. I feel comfortable though, because I have the idol. But I don't know when's the time to use it. Probably sooner rather than later, because I feel like people still don't trust me, so they'll still want to target me. Oh well, that sucked. Yeah, I don't know why Jim and Phoebe didn't work with me. Well, there's no point crying over spilt milk. We need to flip two people rather quickly, and at the moment, our best bets is Lucas and Sarah. We still good on voting out Steve? Well, I guess that's what we're going to do. Yeah, Steve is still somebody I think we need to get rid of. He's a big threat, and he had that last vote go his way. I'm sad that Jim and Phoebe didn't vote with me, particularly because I saved them at the Ned boot, and I'm just disappointed because I wanted to work with them, and now I know I can't, so I'm disappointed about that. But I don't know what Marjorie and Lena have in mind, but I have a feeling I need to still strengthen my relationship with Marjorie, and maybe considering just if Lena loses immunity, just let it run its course and get her voted out, and then it gives us 3 more days to build trust with other people. So then once we get to final 8, we have hopefully a 4-person to therefore, and then we can send this thing to a tie and make something happen. So I've just been thinking, if Lena loses immunity, why don't we just let it run its course? We unanimously vote Lena out. It gives us 3 days to build connections with with 3 other people from that alliance and stuff. I mean, yeah, it gives us an extra 3 days, but at the same time, I just think maybe we should try and take the shot at Steve. I mean, what if Lena has the idol? Oh, good point, but I reckon Ned went home with it, in my opinion. Good point. It's by no stretch of the imagination that I don't trust Lena, and that's where kind of Mike could be right. What's the point in me and him looking to protect somebody that we don't really trust in order to get somebody else out that we don't really trust? If I don't trust Steve and I don't trust Lena, I might as well just if Lena loses immunity, let it run its course, and then yeah, like you said, build trust with 3 others to take Steve out next time. So yeah, there's a lot of thinking to do, but I think the idol's in the back of everybody's mind, and we know that there was an idol hidden at both tribe camps, and that Ned could have gone home with it because he had the clue. But at the same time, somebody else from that tribe could have the idol, and if anyone's going to have it, in my opinion, it's just got to be Lena, because she just seems a little bit overconfident. Well done, guys. Yep, this is the final 6 here. If Lena doesn't win immunity, then we vote her out. If she does, it's between Marjorie and Lena. Are we sure we still want to be against Marjorie? Sarah, it doesn't really matter if she is with us, but because she didn't really vote with us, so I don't think she is. She's not really going to get anywhere past final 7 if you want to work with this alliance still. Well, I guess I have to work with you guys if it gets me further in the game. So, last night's tribal was the first time really the effect of me controlling the game really happened. Lindsay went home. Wasn't really the A plan, it was more plan B. And now my only concern at the moment lies in Lucas and Sarah. They're going to work with us. Unfortunately, that's sad for them because they will be eliminated final 6, final 5. I can't really do anything about it. I like those 2, but I like my original tribe group more. And at the moment, I feel like I'm in a comfortable position, but I know I have a target on my back. And so, from final 9 to final 3, I feel like it will still be difficult for everything to play out the way it hopefully will. And I need to make sure that everything that happens, I'm in full control over. Otherwise, I could be going home. I just can't get over this game. What do you mean? Well, I've just been thinking, look, we're in a 6-person alliance, which is good, we have a majority. Nothing wrong with that. It's just final 6 and final 5 we could be taken out by those 4. Yeah, true, but we could convince Jim, Phoebe and Carl that Steve is the biggest threat, and if they're willing to make the move, they might do it. True, I'm just thinking, this is like the last time, the last time we really should be considering to flip. If we don't flip, and we just work with those 4, then we shouldn't flip until final 6. Otherwise, this is our only chance, because if we flip with the other 3 who are in the minority, that will be a 5v4 vote. See what you mean? I mean, I like those 3 a lot, but I just feel like at the moment it is safer for us to just work with the majority and just not rock the boat too much, in my opinion. And while we maybe in that time between now to final 6, we just build good connections with Jim, Phoebe and Carl, and then once final 6 comes along, then just really convince them that Steve has to go. Yeah, I guess. As much as I do feel insecure on who to trust, I feel like I'm in a very good position though, because I have options. I have options to work with the 5 I'm with and work as a 6, or I can take Lucas and me and him can work with Mike, Marjorie and Lena and take out the other 4. And I think everyone relatively trusts me. I don't think everyone sees me with a big threat on my back. So as much as I don't know who to trust, at least I know that I don't have a big target on my back, which is a good thing, because if you do, you'll be targeted and might get taken out, and I don't want that. So I want to continue to move forward in this game with Sarah, and at the moment it's come to my attention and her attention that there might be a different way of moving forward, whether we go with the 6 we're in or we flip and work with the other 3 and work as a 5. Both are very good. The only thing is that which is the one we feel more comfortable in. If we go with the 5, I mean, once we make it to final 5, Lena becomes an easy vote. But then Marjorie could be more connected with Mike, which could lead the final 4 vote into a tie, and then it might just be a bit crazy. Well, if we work in the final 6, we can slowly convince Carl, Jim and Phoebe to vote for Steve, but once we get to the final 5, the 3 of them might just work together and take us out. So at this final 9 stage, I know it might seem a bit early, but it's best for me and Sarah to see what's best for us deep into the game. Who do we see ourselves working long term with? Well, I'm glad you two didn't work with Mike, Marjorie, Lena and Lindsay. Yeah, the reason why we didn't is because, well, we trust you. Steve was on the Alliance as well. We might as well just stick with the original tier ECA members, right? Yep, I guess that makes sense. So is this still a good final 3? Yep. The only thing is that we need to consider what's best for our game, moving forward and stuff. What do you mean? Well, is working with Steve, Sarah and Lucas best for our game? Because potentially, think about it, Steve was swapped onto a tribe with those 2. You were on that tribe as well, but Steve could get close with those 2, and once we get to final 6, it could be a tie vote. Good point. And plus Steve is a big threat, so we need to consider maybe taking him out sooner rather than later. Yeah, well, right now I think it's best we just stick together as a 6, and then maybe something down the line will come up. But yeah, I guess we just need to keep our eyes open. Cool. I feel like I'm in a comfortable position. I mean, the only thing that could complicate this is the idol. I don't know who's got it. I know there's potentially someone from the original Te Waka tribe might have their original tribe's idol. There's also a merge idol that I want to try and find. I still don't know when's the best time to do it, because I'm not in a bad position at all, so I don't really need it. But I guess looking for it now might be better than not looking for it, because, well, it's better to have it rather than if you don't have it when you need it, if that kind of makes enough sense. So I've had an idea. Why don't the 3 of us look for the idol? Why? Wouldn't that make us a threat? Not necessarily. I think if one of us finds it, we can share the power of it. It's just better that we have it. So if we get into a bad position, it's better that we have it then, rather than having to scramble and look for it. Yeah, good point. And if it hasn't been, it's better to do it early in case later. Because if we look later, someone could have already found it. Exactly. So I guess we better look now. As this game has got deeper, I've realised the threat that Jim poses. And I feel along the line, I know me and him are in a good alliance, we have a final 3 deal going on with Carl, and that's pretty cool and all. But I just think if me and Carl just ride coattails on Jim and take it to the final 3, he'll win hands down. So, potentially, I need to keep my eyes open for a potential blindside on him. Or I could just make a move against somebody else that he's not aware of, or I could just find the idol and then I don't have to betray him because, well, I have the idol, and if you have the idol, you're in a good position. So So there's a lot of things going through my mind, but the only thing that I can conclude is that Jim is dangerous to tag to me. Hey Carl. Oh, hey Mike. May I ask what you're doing? I'm looking for the idol. Did you find it? Unfortunately not. Anyway, since you found me, I guess I'm busted then. Yeah, well, I don't actually see it here, so I guess you're all looking in the wrong area. Yeah, I guess so. Well, unfortunately for me, you found me. Just don't tell anybody about it. Don't worry, I have no beef with you. Well, that could have gone certainly a lot better. Mike found me. Jim and Phoebe ran off because, well, they would have also been discovered as well. I hope Mike doesn't tell anybody. I trust him, I guess, a little bit. Well, if it was Lena, I'd definitely be in a bad position. Definitely. But hopefully Mike keeps a secret and he doesn't tell anybody, and maybe if he doesn't tell anybody, maybe I can consider working with him or something like that. But if he does, then, well, that idea just goes out the window. So I find the idol, while Carl was actually looking for it. He was only like a foot off of it, and I found it before he could find it because I saw him looking for it. And then he ran off. I'll keep the secret hidden, that he was looking for it, and, well, because I found the idol, I have no means to. I know he's not going to find it anyway, so that just doesn't become a threat to me. But the only person I'm willing to tell about this is Marjorie, because, like I said, I want to continue to strengthen our relationship. And I think this will help. And also, if Luna does win immunity and probably the majority will come for me, I at least know I'm safe. Are you ready to get to your second individual immunity challenge for the season? Yeah. Okay, for today's challenge, all of you will balance on this narrow beam. If you fall off, you're out of the challenge. The last person standing will win immunity and will be safe in the boat. Losers trouble council where somebody will be the 8th person voted out of this game and the 2nd member of the jury. Alright, we'll draw for spots and then we'll get started. Alright, everybody is in position and this challenge is on. To win this challenge, you must hang in the balance. Yeah, you're proud of yourself, aren't you? A little bit. Everybody is going strong. Congratulations, you have been going for 5 minutes. Congratulations, you guys have been going for 10 minutes. Keep it up. Ooh, and after 15 minutes, Marjorie becomes the first person out of this challenge. We are down to 8. Everybody else seems to be remaining strong in this challenge. Ooh, and after 20 minutes, Steve's 4. And Mike, not long after. We are down to 6. Well, after a near-perfect start from everybody else, people seem to be dropping like flies. And right after I say that, Sarah falls. She can only last for 25 minutes. We are down to the final 5. They are Phoebe, Lena, Jim, Lucas, and Carl. Still fighting it out for immunity. Congratulations, we have been going for half an hour. This challenge seems maybe a little bit easier than the first one for you guys. And after 45 minutes, Lena can't hold on much longer. She is the next person out of this challenge. Congratulations to the 4 of you. You guys have been going for 1 hour. Keep it up. Unfortunately, Jim can't keep it up much longer, which means we're down to our final 3 in this challenge. They are Phoebe, Lucas, and Carl. We have a strong final 3, battling for immunity. Congratulations, you guys have been going for 1 hour and a half. Keep it up. Well, it seemed early on that we were going in for a long challenge, but after 15 minutes, everyone started falling quite quickly. But these guys have stayed persistent. They have been going for 2 hours. Oh! And after 2.5 grueling hours, Phoebe becomes the next person out of this challenge. We are down to 2, battling it out. These 2 are becoming big threats now because they've been going for 3 hours. Keep it up. Well, it seems that this has not been an easy challenge. 3 hours and a half. Congratulations. And shortly after that milestone, Carl starts to move a little bit. Carl is now struggling to stay on. Oh, and he can't quite hang on, which means Lucas wins immunity and is safe from the vote. Congratulations, Lucas, on winning immunity. Guaranteed spot in the final 8. As for the rest of you, Tribal Council tonight where somebody will be the 8th person voted out of this game and will join Lindsay on the jury. It will not be you. Alright, grab your stuff, head back to camp. I'll see you tonight. Winning is great, but what I am worried about is I kind of flexed on my competition. Not to take anything away from them, they did awesome, but I just stood still the entire challenge. I didn't move a muscle, and if people are looking at who's the biggest threat in this game, people might value me as probably one of the strongest people here, so then I might get targeted. But at the same time, I feel like I might be in a comfortable position, as I've got a good sturdy majority alliance, and I've also got people who like me and would want to keep me around. So honestly, I mean, it might put a threat on my back, but I think I'll be fine long term. Losing the immunity challenge sucks, because I'm completely vulnerable. I do have an idol, I intend to play it, but that means I'm going into the final 8 without like a bulletproof vest per se. And tonight, I don't know how I'm going to go through with this. I don't know if anyone really trusts me, so it's going to be hard to get my ass off the bottom. I'm probably going to play the idol because, well, I need to be here tomorrow because otherwise I have really no chance. And I feel like everybody's going to be really wanting to come with me, so playing the idol seems inevitable, but, you know, I'll keep my eyes open, I guess. Well, the thing I'm worried about is if we do try and save Luna tonight, what could happen is if it fails, people will like not really want to trust us, so then we can't really kind of flip anybody later on. Well, I still think Sarah and Lucas are still opting to work with us, but you're right, that will only be 4v4, and I feel like since we didn't like work for them before, they won't want to work with us like going into the future, so I feel like maybe we should just go with the flow and get rid of Lena, and hopefully over the next few days, we can gain trust. Yeah, so I think that's the idea. At the moment, I don't know really where I sit. I think me and Mike are willing to just let it go on Lena, just go with the flow, get through to the final 8, try and build some trust over the next, well, few days, and then make something happen. And I feel like if me and Mike take it calmly, we can honestly get that to happen. So it's a pretty simple procedure. We just need to make sure that Lena is the target. Can we talk? Yeah, sure. Wait, what are you doing? Just collecting some food. Okay. So, what did you want to talk about? So me and Mike are like planning to like kind of flip, if that makes sense. Not really flip, you're just gonna go along with the flow, but we just need to know, are you voting for Lena? Yeah, it's the plan. I think no one really trusts her, so seems to be the plan for us. Okay. So me and Mike will do that. All I need to know is that going forward, can I especially trust you? Because I know you're a strategic player. Look, I'm the man of an alliance. I just do anything for the alliance. I'll do the dirty work for the alliance. Spare me the harmonizing, Steve. I can smell a fraud from miles away. What do you mean? Well, I know you're a strategic player. And I know you know that I'm a strategic player. I don't know you're a strategic player. You're in an alliance with 2 people I know and I trust that know I'm a strategic player, and I have a feeling they would have told you. You're clever. Anyway, yeah, it's also come to my consideration that if you are clever, maybe we could work together. What do you mean? Well, with the 2 oldest people here, we've got very good strategic games. If we work together, that could be very powerful. Interesting. Marjorie is my biggest competitor. She can, she's the only person who's really been able to smell out how big of a threat I am, and at the moment, I need to make her feel comfortable. At the moment, I think the plan's still Lena. I don't want to go in depth about like making a big move. I'm still in control, but if the time comes for it, maybe I spare Mike in the next vote after Lena's elimination and take out her because, well, Marjorie is one of the biggest and most strategic players here, and if she's still here, she could potentially take me down. I don't trust Steve one bit, because, he had plans to take my allies away from me and try and get rid of me and Lena, and I hate that, because they're my allies. He took them away from me, and I like those 2. So working with Steve is honestly not the smartest thing for me, I know for a fact that he doesn't mean anything he said. I know he's a fraud. In my opinion, you could consider Lena the biggest villain, but he is. He's controlling the game and he has to go. But if me and Mike are gonna have to go, but me and Mike have to go along with the flow and take Lena out. Because at the moment, we don't have a 5-person majority. We can try and get Lucas and Sarah on board, but I think they're pretty gung-ho on taking Lena out anyway, and I don't really like Lena, so there's no point in me and Mike trying to save her. So for my alliance, so Marjorie and Mike are willing to vote out Lena. Yep. Yeah. Oh, hey Mike, sorry for not voting with you guys the last tribal. We just kind of thought that wasn't the smartest idea. Look, everyone has their reasons. I'm sure you had a good reason. I'm not doubting it, but I'm fine about it. Okay, so Lena's the plan. Keep it simple. Lena's an outsider. She's a big threat physically. Don't know how strategic she is. I know she doesn't have really good jury management, but physically she's a big threat, and I just think keep it simple. Yep. Sure. Into it. Cool. Alright, Lena, it is. So I'm a bit concerned because Mike and Marjorie, 2 people, I haven't had much to do with, come up into our alliance. I know they're on the other side, so they could be trying to get info. But I know Steve is smarter than that, so I potentially could think that they're actually genuine about their ability to just go along the flow and get with Lena. It's got me thinking though, because, once Lena's gone, aren't they nervous that they could be taken out? It's just, I've got a world of thoughts going on right now, but I'm not really nervous about tonight. I think if anybody from our alliance is going to get targeted, it's probably going to be Steve, maybe Carl because he's strong, but I'm definitely not probably going to be perceived as a big threat unless the knowledge of me playing the idol and taking out Liz will come up. And I know I've got people like Mike and Phoebe who could potentially use that against me, but I don't think they will. What's she doing? So Lena is doing nothing, and that's the complete issue with it all. If Lena's doing nothing, then she's clearly confident. Maybe she has an idol. Because if she has an idol, she is she knows she's not going to go home, because if she plays it for herself, all the votes that we cast against her will not count. So then her sole vote, her only vote, there'll be one vote from Lena, will go towards one of us. And it could potentially be me because, I know me and her used to be friends, but I still think she wants me out. And I have a feeling we need to do something about that. Steve? Yeah? There's something wrong. What is it? Lena is not doing anything. Maybe she has the idol. Well, if she's not doing anything, she'll just have to feel the consequences of her action when she gets unanimously voted out. Lena understands the consequences of her actions, and she is doing those actions anyway, which means she does not intend on suffering those consequences. We can still put 5 votes on her, but I still think it's smart we put 3 votes on somebody else like Mike. The problem with splitting the vote is it could be a smart idea, but the problem with splitting the vote is it could get messy, and in the end, is that if she doesn't play it, it just could go tits up quite quickly, and I feel like it's too much of a risk. Risk or not, if we don't take it, Lena's sole vote will be the only thing that counts tonight. I mean, you could be right, I just think it's too much of a risk. I have no reason why Steve is so oblivious to the fact that Lena has the idol. I know for a fact that Lena has the idol because she's doing nothing, which means she intends to play it. And if she is going to play it, and all 8 of our votes go into her and they don't count, then her sole vote could vote out anybody except for Lucas, and that's what scares me. So I need to make sure that I can get, maybe at least, I could just get Lucas to do it, but I feel like it's safer if I get 3 people to do it, in case, Lena tries to get somebody I don't know. It's always safer to get more numbers. If I can get Lucas and Marjorie to vote for Mike, then that will cancel out her potential 1 vote. And it still gives us the fact that if she doesn't play the idol, there's still 5 votes that will go towards Lena. Okay guys, we might be in trouble. What do you mean? Lena might have the idol. I mean, she's doing nothing, she's just lying in the shelter, which means she might intend to play it, because if she plays it, she knows she's not going to go home. So what do we do? Well, I was thinking if the three of us vote for Mike, then if she doesn't play the idol, she goes home anyway, but if she does, that means it saves like one of us or one of our like original alliance members, and then Mike goes home. But the thing is that I trust Mike though. Yes, I just think Mike might be a good option because he's a big threat socially and strategically. I know, wow, Mike's the social player, but he really is. He's had a good, he's gotten better with his social game, which is a good win story. Yeah, that is true. So you're saying the three of us vote Mike in case Lena plays an idol? It's just safety. Okay. All of a sudden, a simple unanimous vote on Lena has become one of the hardest things to achieve now. I don't like Lena at all. In my opinion, she is a bit of a villain. And I just feel like she is like the hardest cockroach to kill because she looks like she's going to play an idol. If she does, it could go bad, but Sarah's got a backup plan that would take Mike out. I mean, I like Mike and all, but I do think he has got a good winner story and he's got a good game going on. And I just think it's smart for us to cut that before it gets too dangerous. Hey, so I wanted to talk to you two. About what? I need you to be blatantly honest with me. Are you willing to play an idol? Yep. Won't you have it? Yeah. You, like, never tell the truth. Why are you telling the truth now? Well, I don't see, like, the point in not telling you the truth. I'm gonna play it anyway, so if I tell you or not, you can't really stop me from playing it. Okay, so here's the thing. If you play it, then it discards it was going to be 8 votes, me and Mike were going to do it, but it would discard all 8 votes, and then your vote would count. And then who are you voting for? I was going to vote for Steve. Okay, so Sarah decided that me, Lucas, and her would vote for Mike to prevent that vote. So what are you saying? I think so those two are going to vote for Mike. If the three of us put our votes onto Steve, Steve goes home. I'm down for that. I'm not going home. Okay, Steve it is. So I'm giving myself options. The reason why I did that, the main reason why I did that is I like Mike, I trust him, and I just don't know why I'm like giving up my vote and giving up one of my allies for somebody I just don't trust in Steve. And if I vote with Lena and Mike and Steve goes home, that's good because I don't trust Steve. But if I do it, I could be like destroying trust with Lucas and Sarah, which going further into the game, I could use their trust, but if I don't have their trust, well then I'm kind of screwed. The only reason why I've created the idea to vote Steve out with Lena and Mike is it gives me options, and it doesn't give Lena full control or Sarah full control of the vote. I have full control, and I like it. Welcome, Wedu, to your second merged tribal council. First things first, we're bringing the members of the jury. Lindsay, voted out at last night's tribal council. Okay, Lucas, you win immunity after, coming second in the last immunity challenge. How does it make you feel? It's great, good. It could put a big, physical threat target on my back, but we know from previous experiences in this season that just because you're a physical threat doesn't mean you should be targeted. So Marjorie, do you agree with Lucas's comment there? 100%. There's a lot of underlying factors that could come to who you vote for and why, and I think the main one is who do you trust? I mean, obviously you want to get rid of people you don't trust, but how do you know that you can trust the people in your alliance? It's kind of confusing, but that's just what the game does to you. Lena, how do you feel? Confident. Wow. Did you feel confident last tribal? Well, I had the immunity idol, so yes. And so the reason why I feel confident is I just haven't heard my name. So, Mike, if you hear people say they're confident, does that make you nervous? No, because they could be just trying to milk it. I don't really know. I feel nervous. I always feel nervous, Jeff. It's just part of my character. But being nervous kind of makes me want it more, if that makes sense. Well, I guess so. So, Steve, how has the merge tribe been? Well, like you can expect, difficult to get like a read on, but I like this group. I think we're all diverse. We've all got our different like tactics to how we play this game. I think that's what I like the most. Okay, with that it is time to vote. Carl, you'll start us off. Mike, I have massive respect for you. The only reason why we're voting for you is because we don't want Lena to have full power, and well, Steve's just oblivious to the fact that she could have an idol. If you pull out an idol, I will soil myself. I'll tally the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now will be the time to do so. Yeah, Jeff, I'm gonna play it. I am going to play this idol for me, Jeff. This is a hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast for Lena will not count. First vote, Lena, does not count. Second vote, Lena, does not count. Third vote, Lena, does not count. That's 3 votes, Lena, none of them count. 6 votes left. Fourth vote, Lena, does not count. That's 4 votes, Lena, none of them count. Fifth vote, Steve. Damn it. That's 1 vote, Steve. Sixth vote, Mike. We are tied. 1 vote, Steve. 1 vote, Mike. 3 votes left. Seventh vote, Mike. That's 2 votes, Mike. 1 vote, Steve. 8th vote, Steve. We are tied again. 2 votes, Mike. 2 votes, Steve. 1 vote left. 8th person voted out, and the second member of the jury, Steve. Steve, that's 3. That's enough for tonight. I'll need you to bring me your torch. Steve, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Before I go, I'd just like to reveal my secret. Guys, I used to work in an undercover police force. Alright, see ya. Well played, Steve. Congratulations to the 8 of you for surviving 8 other castaways. You have officially made it to the halfway point. Grab your torches, head back to camp. Good night. I battled, I lost, and now my game has ended.
I was quite annoyed when Lena played the idol, but I guess I have no one else to blame but myself. Sarah did warn me about it, and I did not listen, and that's why I believe I'm sitting here. It's all my fault, and I can respect that, because I have to. I thought I played a good game for what it was, and I'm just disappointed that it has to end, somewhat early. I suppose I only had to survive 5 more eliminations, and I would have made the end. So to get cut this close to the end is disappointing.
You know, at least I can say for everything I did for my age, I reckon I can say I'm proud of myself because, well, I'm an old man and I worked hard and I guess, well, it didn't reap the rewards, but at least I had a good time.